This is a severe weather video briefing concerning the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms Thursday, March 31st, 2016. I'm Jacob Terrell from the Terrell Severe Storm Center, and I want to get you up to speed on what kind of threat we could be looking at. First, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's page. It is about 9:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Wednesday evening, as this video is being recorded. And as you can see, we have lots of rain, heavy rain and thunderstorms from the Arklatex region, lower Mississippi Valley, all the way up to the middle Mississippi Valley, and up here into the Ohio Valley, even up here into the Great Lakes. You can see we have our area of low pressure right here. This is going to be a cold front that's going to eventually push into our area tomorrow, bringing a continued risk of showers and storms. The severe weather threat for tonight is down here in the south, and that is where we see tornado watch boxes showing up here on the screen. But our concern for severe weather begins to go up tomorrow. As you can see, we have a good chunk of the nation east of the Mississippi River under the gun for severe weather potential. We have this marginal risk basically from central Michigan all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. We have a standard risk for severe weather, including much of the deep south and up here into the southern portion of the Great Lakes region. And as you can see, that includes actually, it does include all of Indiana. And within that standard risk, we find an enhanced risk of severe weather from Mississippi, western Alabama, up through Memphis, all the way into western Kentucky, and even up here into west and west central Indiana. In fact, it's going to be kind of hard to see, I think, but as you can see, I put on the counties, and it's hard to make out, I'm sure, but this enhanced risk, basically the corridor kind of runs up here into west central Indiana, up through Monroe County, Morgan County, Hendricks County, and back here into the western counties, including areas like Terre Haute, Spencer and Owen County, Vincennes, up to Crawfordsville, and that will be adjusted accordingly throughout the day tomorrow. So, yeah, basically, we are concerned with the possibility of severe storms. So here's kind of what we're looking at as far as tomorrow goes. We think that there's going to be showers and storms around for the morning, probably for the morning commute. We'll have to see how quickly those taper off, because they're obviously going to bring with them cloud cover, and the cloud cover may or may not impact the instability needed for the severe weather later on in the day. This is one of my big question marks with this event, to be totally honest. I'm not sure if the clouds are going to clear out in time. Basically, the sunlight allows basically heats the surface and provides the heating necessary to build thunderstorms. So if we don't get that heating, we're really not going to get severe weather like we're forecasting. The severe weather threat will be reduced greatly. So the cloud cover could hang around, and clouds could really suppress that severe weather threat if they do hang around, which I think is a solid possibility. So there's a big question mark as to how bad it'll actually get tomorrow, how much severe weather we will see, or if we will see any severe weather at all, in my opinion, because again, it's largely depending on cloud cover. But if if the clouds do happen to clear out, then we could be looking definitely at severe weather potential, possibly any time throughout the day, with the best threat being from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. Again, this is assuming, though, the morning clouds clear out. I wouldn't say the severe threat would be zero if clouds stuck around for much of the day, but again, the threat will be reduced significantly. So if we don't have the clouds, well, if the clouds clear out by the morning, we could be looking at severe weather later on in the day with large hail, possibly greater than 2 inches in diameter. This could definitely be a day where hail is a big concern. Tornadoes are possible as well, and so is damaging winds. Lightning, of course, a threat with any thunderstorm as well. So again, this is all largely dependent on how much sunlight we could see, but if we do get some sunlight, then yeah, we need to be on the lookout for severe weather, especially during the afternoon and evening. But really, even any time, if we get a little bit of surface heating, we could see severe storms almost any time throughout the day. And supercell potential does indeed exist with this as well. We've talked about supercells before and how they are the most powerful thunderstorm on Earth, a thunderstorm with a sustained rotating updraft. To be honest, it is supercells that you most commonly hear, that most commonly make the news, most commonly make the weather headlines. They are the storms that usually cause the most significant tornadoes and the largest hail. So, bottom line is, they are the storms that really cause a lot of the problems that we see here in the United States. So again, a supercell is a thunderstorm with a sustained rotating updraft, what we call mesocyclone. You can see here in the little diagram the mesocyclone being indicated here. I think I've shown you this picture before. This is kind of what the structure is of a supercell. We have the rain, the hail with the forward flanking downdraft out ahead, and the tornado behind the rain and the hail. This is why people often say they have hail before the tornado gets to them, and then the rear flank downdraft. This is also what we call the flanking line. So there is a possibility of supercell storms. Like I said, as I've talked about before, these are the worst of the storms that you can get, and they have the greatest risk of hail, tornadoes. They can produce damaging winds as well. And so yes, we are going to have to be on the alert for supercells. So just to kind of repeat, we are looking at the potential for severe weather tomorrow. Again, it's largely dependent on how much instability we see. If the clouds stick around, then the severe weather threat will be greatly reduced. If the clouds clear out during the morning, then we could definitely see the potential for severe weather across our area. It is a situation that we are going to continue to monitor very carefully, so make sure you stay tuned here to the Terrell Severe Storm Center.